Hey peeps, DJMK here. Thanks so much for joining me on the channel tonight. Hope everybody had a pretty good Earth Day. Hope everybody had a good 420. It's always 420 somewhere in the world. But anyway, yeah. Sorry for scaring you a little earlier. It's because, I just wanted to tell you what was going on and why the stream just didn't happen as I usually do it. Um, you could check out the vlog before, like that just happened. I posted like a few hours before. But long story short, I fell down my set of stairs as I was coming down to make some breakfast, and my right hand is a little out of commission. Oof. It, my finger at first was numb. I didn't really feel the pain or anything when I came out. I think it was really the initial shock, but then as I started recovering, then my my index finger just started smarting. It just wasn't really fun. So I just haven't really been able to write. Um, excuse me. I haven't really been able to write today, let alone be creative. But I'm trying to take it easy on myself, not let the stress get to me. I already have enough as is with everything that's been going on. But I'm doing okay. So far, from what I can tell, that's pretty much the only major damage that I have is just my right hand. To what extent is if it's anything more than this? Um, if like any other parts of my body, I don't know. But in terms of my hand, that seems to be the biggest damage. I have fallen down the stairs once before, but thankfully that time I was pretty much unscathed or managed to like catch myself before it got any worse. But yeah, it was just, believe me, it was just as terrifying back then. Um, it just makes me terrified to think like if I were by myself in the house, or God forbid I was slightly older, just would have been way more devastating. But yeah, I'm okay. Thankfully, I'm okay. I'm gonna try not to talk about it too much because today we're gonna be doing something a little bit fun. Something I've been looking forward to for quite a while, and I've been thinking of playing on this channel since the beginning of this year. The last 20s themed VN that I played on this channel was Your Dry Delight, and I I absolutely had a blast with it. Unfortunately, it's when I had sound problems in the middle of my streams, so I may re-record that one at some point, like a redux on that one. Um, I also, as well, I'm thinking of going back to like filming content because it seems like the filmed material seems to be the thing that's, excuse me, seems to be the thing that's doing the best on the channel right now. And considering that we're in lockdown, it's a little bit tricky to find stuff to film. Um, though my home state seems to be um, seems to be, if you look at all the other states, seems to be the most flexible in terms of things you could do in terms of the quarantine. Not by much, obviously. I'm still practically hunkered down at home whenever I'm not shopping for groceries. Um, and even then, I don't really shop for groceries that much. I mean, I did a grocery run yesterday. The last time I did a grocery run was in the very beginning of the quarantine. Um, all the other grocery runs, um, were done by my parents. I just wait in the car until they came back in. So, so yeah, that like I've been following social distancing rules pretty much in its entirety. It's just been a little frustrating. I was like around this time now. I actually would have helped my friends move into their new apartment. They're still going through with the move, but now they have to do so without me because um, I have the extraordinary circumstance on top of that of being in the home of a first responder. So that means I gotta be extra. I gotta do more extra precautions to make sure my friends are safe. So it's not really in terms of um, us getting it so much as us passing it on to other people. So I'm not in a high risk population, thankfully. Well, in terms of like my health, I'm not in a high risk population, thankfully. But in terms of, it's more in terms of circumstance, that's where I'm more high risk. That and my demographic um, is falling under the COVID-19 cases the most right now. as the research is starting to find, because a lot of the marginalized populations are in essential personnel. So like my dad thankfully is like on the higher end of essential personnel, but still, it is a worry that every day, like every day, I wonder when he's gonna come home, when he's gonna be okay. But he has been coming home every day, um, in this epidemic, and it's been a huge relief. Like that's the one. If there's one thing that I appreciate a lot more of, um, with this quarantine, and um, this time has taught me, is to appreciate my family and my friends a lot more, because it's just a lot of things that you just don't know. Um, and the other thing is just to try and accept there are going to be things that, even without the science that we are using right now, we're basically never going to figure out. There's some things that we're just never going to figure out, and that's okay too. And we gotta trust that even with all these unknowns, um, that there's still hope, there's still life, there's still joy that can be found in the smallest moments. So I know it's not easy right now emotionally. It's okay to. There's another thing I'm learning. It's okay to not be okay sometimes. I admit I'm still shaken from this. I'm still shaken from not having control of my body or my circumstances, um, in terms of my own motor control. But how do I phrase this carefully without sounding arrogant or privileged or anything like that? Um, or ignorant. I guess the best way I can really phrase it is, in some ways it's a little bit of a relief to not have everything under control, because we already have like too many things in our minds, and if we do anything more to think about, like, oh gosh, I gotta control this, it gets overwhelming. So having some things that are just a little bit outside your control, can leave it a chance, is kind of a blessing, I guess. Um, at the same time, I also can't deny the frustration and the anxiety of some things that we're gonna be used to be we were used to be able to do may never come back after this. Like there's a possibility. I know, like I know I'm exaggerating a little bit too much, but there's a possibility that Americans and Europeans, we possibly may, like, with the exception of like being on the mainland, there's a pretty good possibility that we may never be able to leave the mainland ever again. If not within our lifetimes, then certainly not in the next 5 or 10 years. But then, or bare minimum, at least next year or two. So, and it's a shame because a lot of people, one of their bucket lists is to travel, and the furthest they may possibly be able to go is maybe from coast to coast or north to south. But I gotta accept that things are changing, and we gotta take things as they are right now. They're also encouraging a ban of using handshakes as a standard greeting. So we're gonna figure out replacements of PDAs or um, more physical greetings. Obviously, certainly the dating scene is going to change significantly. Um, so these visual novels and maybe a lot of the movies that we're watching are probably going to be antiques or a historical record of what things used to be. But who knows? Some of these things may come back. Humans are resilient in a lot of ways. But I also hope that with this experience, we also, like, my biggest prayer that I have right now is that from now on, we don't wait until things get bad to finally do something. We can stay ahead of the curve, and make things less bad, or be more prepared, or take care of people who need the care. But yeah, long story short, it's very important to be aware, but not so aware that it sucks us into an endless spiral of anxiety. So it's very important that we remember to take care of ourselves, take care of each other, and to leave things better for not only our current, not only our previous, but also our next generation. It's very important right now that we do things that will not only benefit us now, but people 5 generations down the line. So we got to think a little bit ahead. Like, how do we sustain ourselves in the next 10 to 50 years? This is a big thing. I know it's a little scary to think that far, but we gotta think about it. Okay, it's not just us millennials and Gen Z or iGen or or I think they're calling like the next gen like post pandemic, or like the COVIDers. I don't know, because because we're at the end of the alphabet at this point, but um obviously our world's going to change pretty dramatically as we know it. And of course, there's also the terrifying thing, terrifying thought, like, what if we went through all this and nothing changes? This is where we push for it. We push for that. We universally push for the changes we do need to see in the world. We need to embody. This is a time we need to embody those changes that we want to see in the world. And I know, especially those who are struggling emotionally, or struggling financially, or struggling physically, or struggling with more illnesses, or more serious illnesses besides COVID. It sounds like um, a very arrogant kind of statement, but we really need to grab onto that little optimism you have and run with it. See what more we can do. And on that note, I don't know what it is. Every time, the first 15 minutes, I'm always rambling. But let's just get to the game. I made things too serious. I apologize. But yeah, skip the skip to the skip to the oh, what am I saying? Skip to the words. 13-minute mark. But anyway, so that's wrong. I don't know why, but my sound's not working. Oh, it's because my preferences switched. Stupid computer. I need a replacement. But anyway, this is by this game is by the company Asphodel Quartet, and it's a novel called The Blind Griffin. Now I think this one is much more mystery oriented compared to my previous games, where it was way more romance oriented. I mean, there are going to be some romance elements in here too, I think, but it does lean more towards the mysterious part. So sit back, relax, grab your cocktails or your mocktails, whatever your preference is, and let us start off with our playthrough of The Blind Griffin. Also, can I say I love the color of this menu, but especially like the logo and the metal. You see. So I'm going to increase the text speed a little bit, so that way it's not too boring. And then, oh, there's a glossary in here too. So kind of like so it's kind of like the Blind Griffin in a way. So these are all the people who have done this. So thank you very much. There's 10 endings to this game. Of course, I'm not gonna reveal the characters just yet because we haven't played the game yet. So let's return and let's. Oh, there's titles actually. Hold on. Oh, that's the title. Never mind. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with the Blind Griffin. Would you like an explanation of how to play the Blind Griffin? I would actually. I'm assuming it's typical like the V ends I played before, but I'm gonna see if there's anything different. Let's see. Because this is like engineered with Python coding, so RenP is the program that they use for this. So it is capable of doing stuff more complex, but it's more famous for the visual novel formula. So let's go ahead and see. So ooh. Hey there! If you've been confused about how to play, we'll help you out. Let's click your mouse or press enter on the spacebar on the keyboard to read more text. Copacetic. When you see the blinking golden icon below right corner on the text box, that means you can continue on. Copacetic? Great, excellent. Not at all pretentious sounding. If you missed something or just want to reread some older text, you can use your mouse scroll wheel on the page up and down keys to roll back up to roll forward. You can also click the history button and press T on your keyboard to bring up text history screen so you can read the text instead of rolling back to it. Oh, I see Emmy over there. Yoo-hoo! Emmy! What are you doing here, Viv? I'm explaining to the person on the other side of the screen here how to play our game. Fourth wall breaking much, but anyway. Sounds annoying. Aw, don't be like that. Just go on and show off your expertise, won't you? I can't do this alone. Guess I got no choice. So if you right-click with your mouse, the in-game menu will show up on the left, and you'll also be able to save your game right away if you want. You right-click again to hide this menu. By the by, the glossary is when you see a 1920 slang word you don't know. These words will also look different, like the word bear cat. Guess a texter? A hot-headed, fiery girl. Never mind. Experts cannot agree on whether an actual bear cat animal would be terrifying or adorable. Okay, it's also escape as well, so those are on computers, but anyway. On Mac computers. On Bearcat, you get to read what it means. Oh, are you two-handed tutorial? Oh! Are you seeing this animation over here? That is nice. That is nice. Yeah, I think Lexi and Gio are too busy arguing, more like. We forgot to mention the help menu. The button shows up when you right-click. The help page lists all the hotkeys for the game. For example, if you press Shift S, I'll take a screenshot of the game. Isn't that the berries, isn't it? It's kind of like, I think what the modern equivalent is it's like, it's kind of like the T or like the bee's knees kind of thing. You know what? Ah! Keep pressing escape! Oh my gosh, okay. Wow! First reservation in the game access podcast. I think I'm gonna figure it out on my own. I think I feel pretty good. Oh, really? Quick save and quick load so you can save really fast without having to open the save and load menus. Good for if you're about to make a choice or something. I think that covers everything. Now hurry up and start the game. See you soon. The tutorial's pretty adorable, not gonna lie. But oh, a lab. Hello. The glass jar I was holding explodes, sending smoke and bits of glass everywhere. Well, that didn't go the way I wanted it to at all. My mentor ain't happy about this either. I'm probably in for a lecture. What did he really expect? I'm new at this. When I came to San Francisco with my family, I never thought I'd end up becoming a magician in training. Oh yeah, by the way, it's also a fantasy game. So it's an otome in the 1920s with a fantasy twist. It seems to be making a really big comeback nowadays. There's a book that recently came out. I think it's called The Witches of New York. And in addition to the Temperance Act happening in the 1920s, there was also an anti-witchcraft act, if I remember correctly, or an anti-fortune-telling act. And there were like these bars and these tea houses in New York and Boston where people would do predictions, and then there would be like these detectives specializing in finding fake mediums. So the moment that somebody was soliciting for a reading, that's when they would like come out of disguise and say like, "You're under arrest." So 1920s is just like a very, very energetic and very different time compared to now. Anyway, let's continue. It was maybe only number 8 on my list of job choices. Actually, I'm not really sure what I've expected. At least there hasn't been a dull moment since I got here. This all started a little over a week ago. December 8th, 1925 to November 29th, 1925. It wasn't long after getting here that I decided it was time for me to leave the nest. Don't get me wrong, I love my family. Always will. But I don't want to spend the rest of my life working laundry. Besides, they never came out and said it, but I think my parents are both disappointed that I still haven't middle-aisled it. Middle-aisled it? I guess, like, go to college or get married? Let me see. Knew it! Get married! Middle aisle. Okay. To walk down the proverbial aisle with someone and be joined in the bonds of marriage. It's actually kind of a cooler way of saying to get married. Besides the traditional betrothed, intended, affianced. You know, I would totally use that for like my save the date invitation. We are betrothed, intended, affianced. Anyway, I got plenty of others, sure, but I wasn't about to get married to the first schmuck who asked. If marrying one of them would meant being a railroad wife or a laundry wife. So I think the main character is also Chinese American, from what I'm getting from the description. Um, but she also could be part Jewish. But let's see. Nah, I got my sights set higher. I didn't mean a man to make things happen for me. Or so I thought. But there wasn't exactly a lot of jobs for a Chinese Jane. But even if there was a boy, I don't think I'd have much luck. Yeah, I was right. So I'm assuming her parents are probably living in Chinatown, San Francisco, which is one of the largest ones in the U.S. in the United States, followed by Boston, then New York, and then Philadelphia, if I remember correctly. But anyway, Jane's pretty obvious. I guess there's a reason why so many Chinese people work in laundry. Just when I was starting to feel like I've done a real dumb thing leaving my family, I noticed some things in the air I ain't never saw before. Ooh, magicians. This way the Blind Griffin. There were words floating around above me, shimmering and sparkling words that looked like they were made of stone. At least I think they were words. I can't read, never learned how. Anyhow, I got curious. They formed a trail, and seeing as I had nothing else to do and nowhere to be, I followed where they led. Turns out at the end of the smoke trail was what looked like a candy shop. Huh. I wonder who here had made the smoke and float in the air and shine like that. Mostly, seeing all that candy I couldn't eat just reminded me I was dangerously low on money. I bet whoever owned the place wasn't looking to hire someone like me to help out either. I turned away, but a soft voice called out to me before I could go. Wait! Are you here to inquire about the job? The word job was music to my ears. I turned around so fast I almost fell over. In front of me was this real tall dame. I ain't never seen a woman that tall before. She was dressed to the nines and looked like she had real heavy sugar. I'm guessing money, like she's affluent. Yep, I'm figuring this out pretty quickly. I bet she's the one who owns this place. I nodded, but suspicious-like. I'm Marie. What's your name? My name, huh? I had to think about it for a second. I I refuse to give her a real name, so I'll tell her it's... Please type in a name for the heroine and press enter. If you select blank, a name will be randomized for you. I'm going to call her... Well, let me find out canonically what she's called on the site. Let's see. Okay, so check out the itch.io page. So the character, yeah, you actually don't know her name, so she can. So she can go by anything. So I'm gonna call her, well, sometimes naming herself naming people after superheroes or legendary figures is pretty common. Let's see. You know what? I'm just gonna call her Mulan because I'm a big because I'm a big fan of Mulan, the original Disney film, and the original tale. Let's say Mulan. So I'm going to be Mulan. Yes! It's an awesome name! It's Mulan. Mulan, is it? That is certainly an adorable name. It certainly is an adorable name. You're here for that job, right? The way she said that was kind of shady, but I had nothing to lose. Yep. Copacetic. Come in. Is it copacetic or copacetic? But anyway. She took me inside the place. Candy lined the walls. It looked legit, but too perfect somehow. I started putting the pieces together. So, candy shop, huh? Pretty good cover, isn't it? Yep, I knew there was something else going on in here. She led me into a back room and pushed a button that made the wall open up. Went down some stairs, and... Sure enough, there was a speakeasy at the bottom of them. Who's this plain Jane? Yeah, I'm a girl, and you're the one to talk. Ain't exactly a catch yourself. What was that, you bear cat? I love how it changed. It's like... I love how it changed. It's just like angry man to man with no manners. I love that. Now, take it easy, Emmy. Bozo with no manners. This is Mulan. She's here about the job opening. Nice to meet you, Mulan. I'm Vivienne. Oh, but you can just call me Vivi for short. I nodded. This sourpuss here is Emilio. Don't pay him no mind. It's all bark and no bite. Got it. Says you. Says everyone. Beat it. Emilio will give me a once-over. You got any experience bartending? Don't exactly look like a type. Why? Because I'm Chinese? He lifted his hand at that. After I thought about it, I figured this place don't care much about a person's color. Who ever heard of the dame mixing drinks? Couldn't argue with that. Not like I had any experience. I'm a quick study. Wonderful. Kind of the bird here can mix drinks well enough, but he's pretty tied up with other duties. Man or woman, a person. Why can't we just call everybody birdie by their actual species instead of using slang? This is sure confusing. I love the commentary in the glossary. Anyway. We want someone to go take his place so he can focus on music. Think he can do it? Marie and I would love to have another girl here. I ain't in a position to be picky about work. If you'll have me, you're on. Copacetic! Where are you staying? Is it close to here? Well, I'll level with you, Marie. I left my parents' place, so I ain't got a place to stay right now. Is that gonna be a problem? And thankfully, it's a common term even in the present day. I'll level with you. So it's like, let me tell you straight what's going on. Don't worry, sweetheart. We got an extra room. This all seemed too good to be true. Or was the catch? How much is pay? How does a sawbuck a week sound? A $10 bill. A double sawbuck is a $20 bill. It is not, in fact, a male deer with saws for antlers. But it says shake. Okay, anyway. A gal like me wasn't gonna complain about that. It was way more than I would have made stand with my parents. Copacetic. She beamed when I said that. Like I said, I'm a quick study. All I'm doing is bartending, mixing drinks, and helping out at the candy store upstairs. You'd just be watching the place, really. It's easy. You'll do great. Alright, I've got no complaints. I'm in. Wonderful. I still don't think this is a great idea, Marie. We don't exactly got people letting up, you know. Give it up already. Emilio grumbled something in Spanish. I'm not a Spanish expert, but I don't think it was something nice. Now, I've got some business to take care of, Mulan. You should rest before tonight. The Blind Griffin opens at 6 o'clock on the dot. Be there and look sharp. Vivi, do you think you could show her to the extra bed we've got? You got it, Marie. Let's go. Say, ain't you got any luggage or anything? Nah, just the clothes on my back. Well, that means less to carry, I guess. This way. Have a nice nap, bear cat. Will do. He didn't seem to like that answer much, but I ignored him after that and walked out. Ooh, I love the art. Ooh, and the music's good too. Vivi and I went down another set of stairs into a room on the left side of the hallway. It's a library. Well, a research room. Research? Never heard the word before. Oh, research is when you try to learn more about something that you don't know enough about. You can read about it and do experiments or ask people, that sort of thing. I nodded. Vivi gestured for me to go ahead. I looked around. Books everywhere. What do bootleggers have to do all this research for? I wondered. Stuck in the corner with some more shelves to bed. A little cramped, but I don't take up much room anyhow. It wasn't exactly what I was thinking of when Marie said there was an extra room, but a place to sleep is a place to sleep. Speakeasy's open till late, so you should sleep now while you can. I nodded. Thanks, Vivi. Hey, no problem. Us girls have got to stick together, you know? Let me know if you need anything. Got it. Sleep tight. She left, and after taking off my jacket, I jumped into bed. I've been losing hope of landing a job, but maybe this will turn out all right. That's what I was thinking until I dozed off. A couple hours later, Vivi woke me up and went back up to the speakeasy. It looks really nice, all lit up like that. Glad that you can make it, Mulan. I can't be late my first day of the job, can I? There's still a good hour before the place opens business. You look more like a dame with your hair down. Don't judge a woman by how womanly you think she looks, Emilio. I'll be angry with you. Sorry, Marie, you know I didn't mean it like that. I know you didn't, but still, be nice. Really, I'm sorry. I had to take that in for a second. Mean it like what? Staring at the lines of Marie's face, though, I suddenly understood. I'm a woman. I was just born in the wrong kind of body, that's all. Oh! The scarf! I should have figured that out. Oh! You see, 1920s, flatter figures were more the thing, like rectangular figures were more the thing than the hourglass. So I kind of assumed that she was already she was following to look at the times. Didn't know she transitioned. Okay, that makes more sense. Hey, I'm not gonna judge, but I don't see why anyone would really want to be a woman. Are you kidding? You girls have way easier than us guys do. Women don't have to go off to war. You didn't go to war either, tough guy. Well, in that case, because the units were segregated back in the 1920s. So of course, even if he wanted to, he couldn't. Dry up, Viv. I think it's the equivalent of sober up. Or shut up, Amscray. If those two dry, then you can't really talk, so could that be the origin of this? Oh. Just then I heard the sound of arguing coming from the stairs. Sounds like the men are back. What am I? Just a boy, I mean. In walked in a pair of regular shakes. A big 6 and a stiff-looking bird, wearing a cape. Good-looking man. A Sheba is the female equivalent. Interesting. Big 6? Strong or chunky man. This is not the reference to the new 6-cylinder engines, not this for a certain recent movie. I was also thinking abs, because like 6-pack, but it wouldn't be obvious in 1920s clothes. Is it? I know, weird question. Okay, let's keep going. Does he know how silly that cape looks? Let me introduce you to the guys, Mulan. Here's the dame, Marie. This is Mulan. She's our new bartender. Is that so? Good to meet you. I'm Giovanni. If you have any questions, just ask me anytime. I nodded. A few seconds later, I noticed an outstretched hand, so I shook it in a hurry. Nice to meet you. Way too serious. Hey, Alex, say something to the girl, will ya? Good evening. I'm Alexei. He had a real thick accent. Well, almost everyone in here had some kind of accent, but his? Thick like butter. I nodded. Sorry, doll. He's what you call the slow to warm up type. The gang's all together. Isn't this the Berries? I had to wonder what everyone did around here. Marie clearly owned the joint. Alexei and Giovanni? Probably muscle. But Emilio and Vivi? Gio, show Mulan the ropes, will you? You got it. Mulan, Gio's the one I was telling you about before. The musician? Right. He'll take good care of you. Try to do what he says, alright? I nodded and went behind the counter with Giovanni. He took off his coat and his hat and stowed them away. You ever mixed drinks before? Well, if I'm level with you, no. But I'll learn real quick. I believe you. There's no problem. Try this on for size. He handed me a glass and a metal cup thing. This here's a shaker. You'll, shake things with it. Copacetic. He pulled another glass and a shaker for himself. He poured some alcohol and ice into him and started shaking. These are the basics for mixing. It's all the same technique, you just gotta learn what goes with what to make what else. Think you can do it? Sure. Over the next half hour or so, we worked out some cocktails. It was a lot to remember, but I really wanted a job. Did my best to keep up. You weren't kidding being a fast learner. Good job, kid. A few more nights and you might just be able to take over from me. By now, all the others had gathered around the bar. See Emmy? She's doing just fine. Yeah, let's see how she holds up in a week. Anyone can do good the first day. By the way, I didn't get a chance to ask you before, but how'd you find out about this job anyway? This doesn't exactly seem like your racket. I didn't see any reason to lie about it. I shrugged. I didn't hear about it. Not exactly. I followed the signs. It was just my luck your cats were hiring. Sorry to mention that before. Maria and Giovanni just looked at each other for a sec before looking back at me. Signs? You know those glowing smoke things in the air? They made a trail that led right to this joint. A silence hung in the air for a while. You're a wizard, Mulan! Or should I say the Avatar? You are a magician. Alexei was the first to speak up. Strangely enough, but his words made no sense to me. A what? A magician! It means you can use magic, Mulan. Baloney! I ain't no magician. You see a wand or witch's hat on me? But only a magician can see those signs. Those are a secret message for others of our kind. There should be signs like that in other cities, especially the big ones like San Francisco. Haven't you seen them before? Nope, but I hadn't exactly been here long. Where'd you live before? My money's in Boston or Chicago, but let's see. Sacramento. Okay, yeah, California. Because like, if you go to California, you're pretty much gonna stay there. So I should have expected that. But anyway, because I mean, especially considering a lot of like this is like when like the move up north for like the African American population was happening as well. Because a lot of things are just happening in the 20s. I'm sure there's Covens there too. You never saw signs like these in Sacramento? I already told you I didn't. I think I remember if I did. Calm down, Bearcat. Don't tell me what to do, Buster. Why, you? Look, I don't know about nothing about magic or magicians. It's the first time I heard of any of this. Well, it's not totally unheard of, this situation. Perhaps you were just in a part of Sacramento where the coven couldn't reach. It is rare, but it does happen. Have you ever noticed anything strange happen around you? Times where you wish for something to happen and they happen just like that? I thought back. Now that they were mentioning it, I could think of plenty of examples. Times where I wished it would stop raining and it did. Times when I was doing with some bully and suddenly when they touched me, they said it burned like fire. Things that I thought were just coincidences. I'm a magician? Absolutely! Join the club. You're all magicians? Got it in one. This is going to be a little bit of a problem. How so? Well, now you've got to take the exam. Exam? What's that? It's a test. See, we magicians have this thing called the Grand Council. A bunch of old fogies who make decisions about the way things are run. Every magician has to be approved by the council. Usually they find you at a young age and train you to take this exam. If you fail, you get your magic taken away and your memory wiped. I lose my memory if I don't pass? Dead men tell no tales, but an amnesiac don't either. Since we found out that you've got the magic potential, it is our duty to report you to the council. One of us will be your mentor. We'll train you, and then you'll take a magic exam administered by council representatives. Will she be able to handle both that thing and being a bartender at the same time? They all turned to me. Their eyes were questioning. Expecting. I didn't know if I really wanted to be a magician right then, but losing my memory of this place would be a problem. Sure, of course I will. I can do it. Copacetic! Our coven's gonna be even numbered at last! If she passes, that is. Why you gotta be such a wet blanket, Emmy? Oh, dry up, Viv. I ain't a wet blanket, just a realist. That's not the word I'd use. I don't care. Alright, enough of both from you two. Now, Mulan, I know this has to be a lot to take in. Why don't you turn in for the night? What about the job? Ain't this place about to open? We did fine about without you up until now. We can survive one more night. Maria's right. Get some rest. We can talk more in the morning. Well, if you put it that way, then alright, I'll take you up on that. Can you find your way to your room by yourself? Yeah, I think I got the hang of it. It's just one stairway down. Alright, good night, Mulan. Buona notte, doll. Night. Full of mixed feelings, I went down the stairs to my new room. Of course, I tossed and turned the whole night, but what do you expect? It's not every day you're told you're a magician. The next day. After I woke up the next morning, I went upstairs to the speakeasy. The boys were nowhere to be seen, but Vivi and Marie were sitting in the bar talking. Oh, good morning, Mulan. Did you sleep well? Did alright, thanks. You've got bags under your eyes. Found me out, did you? It's normal to be nervous. I know I was before I took my exam. So, I was wondering about this last night, but all of you are magicians, right? I asked yesterday, but it hadn't really sunk in. You got it. All 5 of us. soon to be 6. Did you all get here the same way I did? Well, sort of. Gio and I were trained by the same mentor after I came to own this building and made it the headquarters for our coven. My mentors left town, see? So someone had to fill in the gap. Alexei trained and took his exam in Russia before he came to America. I did the same in New York. Emmy's really the only one who found this place the same way you did. Giovanni mentored him. That was a ways back. So with the 5 of you here, who's going to be my mentor? Well, I'd love to teach you, but I don't think I'm far along enough yet. I take singing a lot more seriously than magic, so I'm not much of an expert. What about you, Marie? I'm afraid I'm not the teaching sort. The type of magic I specialize in can't really be taught. Couldn't you just teach outside your specialization? Specialization? Oh, silly me. Going on and on while you're still a newbie. There's 5 basic types of magic. Fire, water, earth, air, and light, or dark. All magicians can use any of them, but usually we have one type we like the best. That's our specialization. Mine's air, you see. She sang a few bars and the pepper would heat up. I could change the chemicals in the air or make the air hotter or colder, that sort of thing. By singing? Oh, I don't have to sing. I just like it. But I still have lots to work on. What's your specialization, Marie? She just laughed softly instead of answering. Well, I wonder what it is. How did you tease, Marie? A gal's entitled to her secrets, isn't she? That's true. Phoebe shook her head. Well, if she ain't gonna tell you, I will. Her specialization. Never mind! Her specialization isn't told in the description. I'm assuming light. Well, I'm assuming dark. Well, light or dark. But anyway. Anyhow, you gotta choose a mentor out of the guys. And they're fine with that? We all talked about it last night after you went to bed. Any one of them will be happy to take you on. Giovanni's probably the best choice. He's nice, smart, and he's the best magician out of all of us. Three cat's pajamas. And to be honest, that's the guy I was actually Giovanni is the one I was leaning towards picking, actually. I wouldn't mind Alexei either, but Giovanni definitely is the one. I was thinking of picking if I had to pick her, because like he already warmed up to. I warmed up to him pretty fast. Emilio, he's one of those kind of hard exterior, soft interior kind of guys, and not to lie, if I had to be somebody to look down in real life, it's a little exhausting. And Alexei seems to be in the middle, so it would have been, if I had to choose between the two of them, I would have chosen Giovanni or Alexei. Alexei because probably his magic training was much more rigorous, or Giovanni because of the warmer personality. Cat's pajamas meow, something cool, great, and or awesome. The absolute best. If you manage to get a cat, excuse me, to wear pajamas, you're pretty great. He's very laid back though. You don't have to push him if you want to learn more. Alexei, on the other hand, is a very hard-working man. He's studied magic very closely and understands it on a real technical level. But he's pretty serious too, so watch out. I mean, well, you know him, a real firecracker. He talks big, but he's got a big heart too. Emilio's quite talented. If you can get along with him, I'm sure he'd be a good mentor. The men all have their good and bad points for sure. It wasn't going to be an easy choice. How long do I have before the exam? I got a message from the council this morning. Let me do a quick save. Ah! Okay, so quick save doesn't work here. History. They work fast! Your exam's gonna be on February 5th, so you've got a few months. Oh, okay. I think actually it was supposed to be, your exam's gonna be February 5th, so you got a few months, and then the line was actually supposed to be, they work fast. That seems like a real short time to be learning something like this. You don't have to be a master magician by then. You just have to show them that you know what you're doing and won't make a mess of things. Okay. Advanced settings, main menu, save. Okay, save can also be S. Okay. So I'm gonna go with S. There we go. It's not letting me save, so I'm gonna have to play straight through without a save file. I apologize. I didn't expect this to happen. But anyway. The council don't want magicians doing anything evil. Magic should be used for good. Yeah, I guess I can understand that. I can hear a little chattering sound from nearby. Woo! Sounds like they're back. They had to pick up the new shipment of booze from the harbor. Well, there's no time like the present. Who's going to be your mentor? After weighing all my options, I decided to go with... Yeah, I'm gonna lean towards Giovanni. Giovanni is like, he just won me over. So I'll go with Giovanni. Gio, eh? Well, you made a good choice. Yeah, I'm sure he'll do a great job teaching you. He seemed the safest choice to me, too. I mean, he'd been nothing but nice to me since I came. Before I could say anything else, the three men came over. Up already? I must be itching to get started. I'm not interested in being dead weight. Gio, she's picked you as her mentor. Really? Hope you haven't lost your touch, old man. Hey, I'm not an old man just yet. Is that any way to talk to your old teacher? Are you sure you wish to have someone as undependable as your mentor? Don't you start with the jokes too, Alex. I get the feeling that Alexei wasn't joking, though. Anyhow, I made my choice and I'm sticking with it. Well, I hope I can do okay the second time around as a mentor. How much have you heard about me? Not much. Just that you mentored Emilia before and you're a musician? That's right. You didn't get to see him perform last night. Nope. Went to bed early, remember? Aw, you missed out. Me and Vivi make a great duo. What's your specialization, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, this. He waved his hand around on the ground, shook a little. Hey, Gio! Please don't start an earthquake here. Don't worry. I got it all under control. The ground stopped shaking completely after that. So, Earth? Gotten in what? The ground, rocks, metal. That's what I'm best at. He seems like a real big brother type. Supportive, you know? So it made sense to me that he'd like earth magic. I nodded. Now that I guess it's up to me to help you figure out what you're best at. Glad to be working with you, doll. Giovanni held out his hand to me and I shook it. Likewise. Please make sure you do your job properly, alright, Gio? You're expecting too much, Marie. Fast forward to the present day, December 8th, 1925. So I started learning the magic from Giovanni. Starting with the basics. Giovanni was with me every step of the way, so it wasn't as scary as I thought it would be. Or, so I thought. But if that was true... Hold on. Where's the chat? Where's my chat? Ah, there we go. But if that was true, then this wouldn't have happened. And now we're back to the present. I wish I knew what that said! Somebody in the comments, tell me how it's pronounced, because I would love to know. I'll pull up my phone later and figure out what the kanji means, but anyway. I flinch and the glass jar explodes, but suddenly there's a wall in front of me. Is this metal? I remember Giovanni saying his specialty is earth. The wall shields me from harm. Once the dust settles, I hear Giovanni exhale and the wall disappears. I look over to where he's standing. Is it just me, or are his hands shaking? What should I say? I just assume he feels alright, because I've never seen him react like that before. But I'm gonna say that. Thankfully, the decisions in this game are actually a lot easier compared to previous visual novels. And there's 10 endings. So I'm guessing it's like there's ones where like there's gotta be there's so there's gonna be 2 endings for each of them where it's like one you don't get the person, the other you do get the person, and the third is like you fail and your memory's wiped of anything about the Blind Griffin. So like you never see it again essentially. Are you alright? Huh? I'm fine, doll. What do you ask? Your hands are shaking. Giovanni puts his hands behind his back. I was just worried about you. That's all. Enough about me. Are you alright? Yeah, your wall blocked everything. I didn't get a scratch on me. That's good, but be careful next time, huh? I'll try. What happened? I don't know. I thought I had everything right, but I just exploded. What were you trying to do? Earth magic? I wanted to make a rock appear in the jar. It's pretty hard to use magic when you can create things, you know? I don't think you're at that level yet. For now, focus on changing things or fixing things. That's no fun. Haha, I know it's not. But after you master all this not-so-fun stuff, you'll be able to move on. Will I be able to make a metal wall just like you did? Well, it depends on if you work hard or not. That's a real mentor-like answer. I am your mentor, you know. He laughs and I get back to studying magic. I was worried about how all this would go, but I think I'll be able to learn a whole lot from him. I can't wait to get stronger, though. December 11th, close to the New Year. It's been a few days, and today everyone's sitting around the speakeasy in the afternoon. While teaching me magic, Giovanni's also been helping me train as a bartender. He's been a great help. There's been a lot to learn, but it hasn't been as bad as I thought it would be. Mulan's completely taken my place as the bartender. You're doing great, doll. Thanks. But business is still too slow. As I said before, it was naive to think that things would instantly improve by having a new bartender. We have got to advertise, reach out to new customers. Our moonshine's the best around. If only more people would come, that'd win them over. How do you know our booze is the best? What other joint's got magicians working on the brew? Alexei's does great work. You won't leave any favors flattering me, you know. Aw, don't give me that icy mitt like that. I notice these two don't always get along. I wonder why. Seems like Giovanni likes Alexei enough. It's the whole idea and all wanting to advertise, but how? And what are we advertising? A lot of restaurants are serving booze nowadays. Maybe we should start selling food? We don't have the manpower or budget for that. Everyone sighs. This is the catch about this job I was worrying about. Well, aside from the whole if I don't pass this exam I'll lose my memory bit. I landed a decent paying job alright, but it turns out this place might go out of business if we don't do something quick. Figures. When I look around at everyone though, I get an idea. How about we play up the music stuff? What do you mean? The way I see it, Giovanni and Vivi are pretty nifty musicians, right? So we focus on that. Draw in the crowd by saying we've got real hoppin' music. That may work. The only thing people in this country like better than alcohol is jazz. Copacetic! We could spread the rumors that the Blind Griffin's jazz is the cat's meow. And once they're here, the bulls will have them hooked. Now you're talking. Oop, I gotta plug in. Hold on one sec. Give me 5 seconds. Oh, my hand still smarts. Okay, I'm back. Okay, let's review. Everyone gets excited talking about their plans. Marie, Alexei, and Emilio lead to spread these rumors around town. around town. Giovanni and Vivi start rehearsing to get up to snuff. Me? I get back behind the counter and practice mixing drinks some more. Practice makes perfect, right? A couple hours later, though, I'm pretty tired of it. I look over at the stage. Giovanni and Vivi are practicing something. I cup my hands over my mouth and shout so they can hear me. Hey! Can I come over and watch? Sure, the more the merrier. I leave him behind the counter and walk up to them. If we're going to be what people come here to listen to, we've got to be the best. No, the best of the best. I really think you're the bee's knees, Vivi. The bee's knees comes in the 1920s. Who knew? And I mean it. I've been listening to her croon her heart out every night. I like what I hear, and that's a fact. I guess I don't know much about music, so I don't know if that's worth anything. Thanks, Mulan. It makes me look $1,000,000. She's right. We just gotta polish ourselves to perfection. Your violin playing's already perfect, Gio. I can play the sax, too. You think that'll help bring in more customers? Well... She glances over at me, looking like she wants my help. I haven't been here that long, but even I know Giovanni's saxophone playing ain't that great. If he plays that for the customers, they're gonna head for the hills. I think you should stick to violin. What? Really? I don't want to hurt his feelings or anything. I mean, you're pretty good at the sax, but violin's your bread and butter. What's that one song you're always playing to warm up? Thank you. Bobbins! Thank you. I don't recognize this. I don't recognize it personally. Anyway, this? It's a piece by Bach. Oh, geek, right? I never got tired of listening to this. Vivi and I just sit there and listen to Giovanni play for a while. I can't imagine being able to play something like this myself. It sounds so complicated. And on top of that, Giovanni's a great magician too. I don't know much about music, but even I think this is, well, pathetic. It's as if he's living in a world of light. That world of light is too hard to reach for normal folks like me. This is different from what you usually play when the bar opens, ain't it? I can tell that much. Most of our customers don't want to listen to this boring classical stuff. They might. You want to take a chance and give it a try. Yeah, Gio. If me and Mulan listening to it, I'm sure people will too. Good music is good music. I suppose trying it out won't hurt. He closes his eyes and gets deep into the melody. Phoebe taps her toes along to the beat. You watching him? I thought maybe. I shouldn't get on making it the world of light that he and Phoebe live in. Ain't I also a magician? I've learned a little about every element, but in the end, I think light and dark are just more comfortable for me. If I wanted to try and touch that world of light with the level of talent is, I just gotta try my best. I'm gonna try my hand at light magic. Deciding that inside my heart, I could be relaxed too. It's just Giovanni's playing. Ooh, nice! It's a quiet day in the research room. Sometimes it's nice being in here instead of the lab. Books don't blow up as much as beakers. Hey guys, what element would you pick? Would you pick one of the traditional 4 elements? Or would you pick light and dark? Or would you narrow it down to light or dark? Personally, I'd probably go for light magic. I don't know where the older trio went off to, but me, Vivi, and Amelia are all in here. Emmy, which sounds better? This? She sings a few bars of music. Or this? She sings another few bars of music. I can't tell the difference, but Emilio has a serious look, so maybe he can. I think the second one? Wait, what are you trying to do? I want a melody that jogs people's memories. I want them to hear it and think back to the good times, you know? Sounds complicated. Maybe it has to be longer? Sing it again and I'll think about it. Those two sure get along well. How long have you two known each other anyhow? Huh? I heard Giovanni mentored you a couple years ago, but how long has everyone been here? Let's see. Marie's almost 30, I think. Oh, don't tell her I told you that, but she's been running this place for almost 10 years. Gio's been here with her since then. As for Alexei? And do you know more about him? I wasn't around back then, see? I only came here from New York 2 years ago. I was 18 then. So she's 20 now. I had her pegged for even younger. About Alex? He's been around here for about 5 years, I reckon. He came stateside when he was 19, he said, after the Tsar and his family got killed. So, referencing Tsar Nicholas and Tsarina Alexandria and all the kids. Mashka, Olga, Tatiana, Alexei, not this Alexei, a different Alexei, and of course, the Grand Duchess, Anastasia. That family. Anyway. Was he already here when he got here? Nah, I was here first. Been here 8 whole years. I started learning magic from Gio when I was 11. So 19 and 20, eh? How long did you two get along, being so close in age? So, that means, hands down, Mulan would have to be in the middle. Even though she's the most recent one of the group. Interesting. How old are you, Mulan? I never asked. There's no way you're a day over 16. You say you're 14 and I believe you. I can't help frowning. Do I really look that much of a kid? I turned 22 a couple months ago. Know it! See, just like I thought. Wait, what? You're really 22? Tell it to Sweeney. That is a weird phrase. But anyway. I get that a lot. Chinese folks age slow, I guess. There ain't no way you're 22. If it's true, then tell me something that happened in 1910. I was only 6. Good excuse that is. Dang, I hate losing all the opportunities this guy. I think hard. Oh, there was this huge fire in the forest. Went as far as Washington, Montana. Gosh, you weren't there, were you? Nah, my family was in Oregon back then. So my parents were worried about the fire spreading to our state. Everyone was on edge and I kept talking about it. You could have looked that up or read about it later. Don't I look like someone who reads the paper? Ruby laughs. It's true. You look more like someone who'd be selling papers. We all get a good laugh out of that. To be honest, I get that a lot too. Like, nobody believes me when I tell my real age. Which I'm not going to put on the site, but if you follow Twitter, you probably already know how old I am. And the references that I talk about probably already give me evidence as to how old I am. All you need to know is that I'm an unashamed millennial. But I will say this much. I was a few years before the cutoff date, so I could blend in with Gen Z a little bit, but not too much. So I wouldn't call myself an elder millennial, but I'm pretty close to the young end. Let's just go with that. Anyway. I feel I'm getting to be pretty good friends with Vivi and Emilio. Christmas Eve! Is everything ready for tonight? I think so. The Blind Griffin's expecting a big crowd for Christmas Eve. A lot of people were supposed to be coming in tonight. It would seem that our methods of attracting new customers have worked. Getting people to come isn't the problem, it's getting them to come back and often, right? You have a point there. I'm sure it'll be fine. You don't have to think positive. Thinking positive will not take you out to the red financially, Marie. Hey, paying off the cops isn't cheap, you know. It's not my fault. If you do not mind me asking, how many new dresses have you bought this month, Marie? Oh! Got cold! Marie makes me sound like a fish that's just been pulled out of water. Anyhow, I've been practicing my light magic loads, so maybe I can help out with more than just bartending tonight. Giovanni comes into the bar where I'm polishing glasses. So you don't need my help tonight, doll? There's gonna be a lot of people. I shake my head. Got a lot to do, Mr. Master Violinist. Me and Emilio will manage somehow. If you say so, I'll leave it to you then. A few hours later, the crowd starts coming in. I leave 2 spots of the bar open. Huh? Why is anyone sitting here? I'm pretty sure Mr. Yamada and Mrs. Grierson will be here tonight. Oh yeah. I guess they come almost every night, huh? Well, if they're not here by 9, you better let other people sit there. Or else the scared one's gonna have words for you. Does Alexei know you call him that? You say anything about Alex. Say his name, not me. That makes you think he's scary too. That makes you my accomplice. So you'll better help me keep that nickname a secret, Bearcat. I shake my head and sigh, but Emilio just laughs and walks off. Sure enough, Mr. Yamato comes in and sits down before the hour's off. There's so many people here tonight. Is there some kind of party going on, Mulan? Nah, we just started advertising more. Business sure picked up after you started working here. It's got nothing to do with that, trust me. It's got nothing to do with you, dear. Oh, Mrs. Grierson, good evening. She sits down next to Yamada and his dog Arrow. The 3 of them are the Blind Griffin's only regulars. I don't know how they wandered into a place like this. They ain't magicians or anything. But Marie told me they've been coming here for years. Anyhow, the only company I get most nights, so I try to be extra nice to them. We were just talking about how busy this place is tonight, old bat. Oh? Interesting to understand that. Follow me. Oh? What an interesting conversation topic, old hound. You two sure get along well. You've got special nicknames. I'm glad I saw a sharp sparring partner in my old age. She pets Arrow's head and fishes a dog treat out of her pocket to give him. Arf, arf! Don't spoil my dog. He won't eat dinner if you feed him now. You're being much too dramatic, old hound. What'll you two have here tonight? Whiskey. Cherry and gin, please, Mulan. Coming right up. Also, I think Nika whiskey was founded in the 1920s. If I remember correctly. Let me see. Because I know it was happening during the war. Suntory had it first, but then Nika whiskey kind of started doing its own thing. Oh, I was close. It was 1934. So Suntory was earlier. I knew that much, but how much earlier? Let me see. Suntory started in 1899. Wow. Okay. I need to refine my Japanese history a little bit too, apparently. But anyway, after taking care of Mr. Yamada and Mrs. Grierson, I work on mixing drinks for the other customers. Giovanni and Vivi are on stage getting warmed up. I didn't hear they'd be having a Negro singer. I look out from the counter. Is it even legal for her to perform? We're singing a speakeasy, you know. You got a point. What if she starts singing some weird voodoo stuff? Typical. I guess a bar like the Blind Griffin's bound to be strange to folks. I got a weird look or two for being Chinese. I'm looking like a kid. But Vivi will be fine. I know it. She and Giovanni finally get up on stage. Now, I know a lot of you folks have heard about our amazing songstress Vivian and master musician Giovanni. But I suppose that isn't much of a jazz band, so we brought some volunteers too. See gestures to our left, and there's Alexei playing on a little piano swish next to the stage. Huh, I didn't know he could play. And I'm kind of not surprised too, they would pick piano for the Russian magician. But anyway, he doesn't look too happy about it though. Without any further ado, here's Vivian singing All My Love for You. Oh, I love her outfit. Can I cosplay that? I would love to do that. Giovanni starts with a slow violin solo, turns to a peppy fiddle tune. Then when Vivi starts singing, Everyone else stops talking. She's a regular songbird. What does it matter, really? She's a Negro, it's all the same if your voice gets on a record. True enough, true enough. Her magic doesn't hurt either. By the end of the night, I bet half the room will be in love with her. After 2 songs, everyone's got their eyes on the stage. Now that nobody's looking at what I'm doing, maybe I can help. I raise my hands up and focus on the light in the room. Think about it glowing, sparkling. The lights flicker and the whole room starts to glow with a beautiful light. It makes Vivi dazzle even more as she sings her heart out. Wow! How are they doing that? Like some kind of special kind of light bulbs. Just a little bit more. Then all of a sudden, I hear people screaming. What's happened? I can't see! Huh? What are they talking about? Giovanni leads off from the stage. Everyone calm down now, it's just a little power outage. Emilio, why don't you go and check on the breaker? He whispers over something to Emilio and nods. You got it, Gio. Emilio runs behind the counter and stays there glowering at me. What are they going on about? I can see just fine. Everyone just stay calm and close your eyes. It'll be brighter once the lights come back on. I guess the lights use too much electricity. Giovanni walks over to me. He looks stiff somehow. Dull? Don't panic now, but you need to help everyone. Why would I panic? And how am I supposed to help? What's going on? Look, you were messing with the lights, weren't you? Well, yeah? You know how they're all talking about how they can't see? It's because you're taking the lights from people's eyes. They're all blind right now. My blood runs cold. Giovanni holds me by the shoulders. Shh, it's okay, you can help them. Just focus and fix this. I nod and try to imagine the lights going back to normal. No more glowing or sparkling. Okay now, open your eyes, everyone. Sighs of relief are heard all around. Giovanni and Maria go help take care of the customers. The night goes on without a hitch after that. But I can't help but feeling disappointed in myself for screwing that up. Sometime after midnight, the customers have all left. I'm sitting on the counter, tidying up and polishing the glasses as usual. Suddenly, someone comes into the counter and slams their hands down on it. I look up and I'm surprised to see Giovanni standing there. Do you realize what you did tonight? I'm sorry. He's shaking. I've never seen him look angry like this before. Did you think things through before using your magic? Well, no, I'm sorry. I don't have any excuse. I wasn't thinking. I just wanted to help. Your magic should have cost an entire room of people their sight. For good. I fixed things, didn't I? They're all fine. Maybe you just got lucky this time. You shouldn't be using magic that you don't fully understand. No one was pushing things too much. Being reckless, but I don't get why he's this mad. Am I so dumb that I don't feel any danger, or... I don't know what to say. So I just stare at the ground and say nothing. Giovanni sighs. You got a lot of potential, Mulan. I haven't been in your mentor for long, but even I can see how much power you've got. But you know, sometimes that'll do you more bad than good. Think it over, will ya? He walks away before I can say anything else. His scolding makes me feel more than just disappointed. I feel ashamed. Christmas Day. It's Christmas morning, and here I am cleaning the whole building as punishment. Also, I just noticed the fireplace right over there. That's really cool. I like the subtle animations in this game. I kind of wish there was more scenery shots, like in Cinderella Phenomenon or Your Dry Delight. But on the other hand, though, those are pretty hard to draw, so I don't blame them for not doing it. But on the other hand, though, would just make a little bit more extra, since we're all the detail we put in the characters and the backgrounds. But anyway, not that I can complain. Marie wanted to let me off with a warning, but that just didn't sit right with me. I really thought I'd gotten better with magic. I can't believe I'd actually blinded people. Maybe I made a mistake when I chose light magic? No, is a bad experience, but I still like the fight. Are you sure this is what you want to do, Milan? I nod. It won't feel right till I can make up for what I did. Everyone makes mistakes starting out, you know. You shouldn't punish yourself so much for it. It's just give and take. Really, if nothing else, then I'll feel better if you just let me do this. Alright, I won't argue with you if you're set on it. Just speak up if you need help, alright? You got it. Marie leaves the lab and I get to work. Dust gets to me as soon as I go into the storage room. You know, I'm glad I volunteered to clean. Mistake or no, this place is a mess. I wonder if they'd ever cleaned it if I hadn't offered. I dusted and mopped the whole place from top to bottom. A couple of hours later, I'm finally done cleaning, but the Blind Griffin's about to open. I didn't get to take my usual nap. Hope I can stay awake while I'm on the job tonight. I stumble into the bar, but it's not as busy looking as it usually is around this time. Good evening. How did cleaning go? Alright, it took me a lot longer than I thought it would. Rest easy. The Griffin's closed for Christmas. We're having a company party, you might say. Everyone should be coming in around shortly. I know Christmas is a holiday, but... Oh, no. Everyone starts coming in holding a bunch of wrapped gifts. That's right. This is when you give people presents. Marie, I didn't... Here you go, Mulan. Hope you like it. Vivi comes to me and hands her package before I finish talking. Thanks. She smiles and walks off. Marie puts her hand on my shoulder. Don't worry about it, Mulan. I have to get presents from everyone. Well, almost everyone. Giovanni's off by himself or talking to Alexei for the whole dinner. I guess he's still mad at me for what happened yesterday. Once everyone's leaving, he stops me. Hey, can I talk to you for a minute? Oh, sure. You two take your time. I'll make sure the place is locked up. Thanks, Marie. Giovanni gestures towards the bar and I sit at the counter. He steps behind it. Fancy a drink? I'll take a south side. Feeling classy tonight, huh? I shrug. I like lime. It's been a while since Giovanni's mixed a drink around here. I watch him work. There's a sort of art to the way he mixes drinks. I can make drinks alright, but he makes it look so smooth. Here's your south side. Thanks. He makes himself a drink too, and then he comes and sits next to me. Neither of us does anything for a while. Look, I'm sorry for last night. No, it was my fault for being stupid. Giovanni shakes his head. That's not what I meant. I mean, you made a mistake, sure, but you're new to all this. You're bound to make mistakes. I shouldn't have snapped at you like that. It's just... What is it? Let me guess. The powerful one got wiped too. So he basically didn't want to relive that same failure. That's my guess. I'm calling it now. Anyway. I had another magician friend like once, you know? He was really powerful like you. But he had too much magical ability for his own good, but he couldn't control it well. He hurt the person who was most important to him in an accident one day. If they'd been a second slower in getting help, that person could have died. Over time, I left my friend lost control more and more. He was so terrified of hurting people again and tried to keep all this inside. In the end, he died miserable and alone. Since I started training to be a magician, I learned all the fun parts of it. I mean, practicing can be boring, but come on, magic is cool. I'm only now seeing the bad part. There's bad parts to it too. I'm sorry about your friend. It's all right. Sometimes I think the big sleep might not be that bad. How can you say that? It's like going to sleep forever, right? Doesn't sound so terrible. I'm not sure about that. What? What do you think magic should be used for? I never really thought about that before. Wait, I'm not sure. I've got my flat full just studying hard enough to pass the exam so I can keep using it. My thinking is a little different from most people's, I guess. But I think magic should be used to help others. I don't know why we're magicians. Whether this magic's God-given or just random happenstance, we're part of a small group of people with great power. So as people with this great privilege, we also have a great responsibility to the world and making sure it's a good place. Do you get what I'm saying? I slowly nod. I see what he's trying to say, and I think it's good to help people too. Did God ever give us this power just so we can sacrifice ourselves to help other people? I don't think that's right. We're magicians, not martyrs. Oh, I almost forgot. I got a present for you. He hands me a neatly wrapped package. Thanks, but I didn't get anything for you. I didn't get anything for anyone. I had no idea we were having a party tonight. It's alright. For me, the best present would be you passing your exam. You sure are generous. You think so? I think I'm a pretty petty man. After chatting for a little while, we go our separate ways. I don't know why, but even though we've cleared things up and he's not mad at me anymore, I feel like something's off. September 31st. Oh no, that took so much longer than I thought it would. Marie told me there would be a special New Year's party at the Blind Griffin tonight. I went to the hairdresser's and, well, I suppose I dig my new hairdo, but boy, if it ain't gonna take a lot of getting used to. I make my way back, unlock the front door, and then go down to the research room. Vimy and Marie are both fixing themselves up for the party. They both look so fancy. Welcome back, Mulan. How'd it go? I slowly take off my hat. Oh my. Is it that bad? I like it, actually. Not gonna lie, I've had a few periods where I'm thinking doing the big chop or the big shave at some point. Not at all, sweetheart. It's the bee's knees. You look like a genuine flapper. I didn't know what to ask for, so I left it to a hairdresser. This is so short, though. Do you really think it's alright? Absolutely. It looks real nifty on you. Gee, thanks, baby. I got this for you, so go on and change for this. I take the package in Marie's hands and run off to the washroom. By the time I get back, the two of them are all ready to go. How do I look? I like that. Ooh. Wow, Mulan, that dress is the berries. You look great too, Viv. And Marie, but you always look sharp. You've gotten so good at flattery. I always speak the truth, you know that. Speaking of looking sharp, do you think I could take the boys these ties? They're all next door in the lab. Ties, eh? I suppose I could. I take the ties from Marie's outstretched hand and make my way across the hall. I wonder what the guys are doing in the lab, anyhow. I open the door without hesitation and walk in. Ooh! Oh! Do you have a death wish, dear cat? Dios mío, get out! We're not ready yet, doll. I'm sorry. So I say, but I can't turn my eyes away. Alexia's getting redder and redder as he turns away. I've been seen! Exposed! Alex, calm down. Do not understand, Gio. I wanted my future wife to be the only woman to see my pony in this way. Yeah, I hear you. Dry up already! I back up to the door and shut it quickly. You cry quickly inside the door. That's so funny. Come on, Alex, it's not the end of the world. You've been exposed. It's all over. I just married that bear cat then. That'll solve the problem. The crying gets louder. Oh, I forgot to give him the ties. They're
heard someone stepping behind me and turned around, but there's nobody there. I was definitely set up, wasn't I?
Yeah, you were! Later, I'm downstairs at Speakeasy getting ready for the party. Working hard, Mulan? Yep, almost have everything together.
Good, good. By the way, do you know about the New Year tradition?
Tradition?
They say that the first person you encounter on the New Year sets the tone for the rest of the year. So you should find the person you want to be the most with the most right at midnight.
Maybe Giovanni, eh?
Well, maybe that means a little more magic from them this year.
That's not quite what I meant, but I suppose it'll do. Don't forget, alright? If you say so, Marie. The party gets into full swing on after that. The place is so lively tonight.
What's your usual whiskey, Mr. Yamada?
I'll rum tonight. Rosemary will have sherry and gin.
Don't order for me, Hajime. How do you know what I want?
You always order the same thing.
I'm about something different this time.
Alright then, what are you having?
Sherry and gin.
You see?
It just so happens that I want to drink sherry and gin tonight. I might want something different this time, so don't you speak over me, Hajime.
Even Arrow thinks you're being reasonable.
Nonsense. Arrow's a gentleman. I'm sure he's being talked over too.
See? Here's your Mr. Yamada, and your sherry and gin, Mrs. Grierson.
Thank you so much, dear. You agree with me, don't you? I might order another drink next time.
Of course, Mrs. Grierson. It's almost midnight. The bar closes and everyone gets ready for the countdown. Remember what Marie said before. I tried to find Giovanni. He's not far to find. I filled 2 glasses with water. I remember to squeeze some lemon juice into one of them. After V and Vivi finish a song, I walk up to the stage. Here you go.
Ooh, thanks, Mulan. You have lemon juice in it. That'll do. This is the wires for my vocal cords.
Grazie, Mulan. Sit there with water gratefully. Crowd's really hopping tonight. Of course. I'm not looking at any less giving Vivi's skill.
Aw, you flatter me. You should share at least half the compliments too, you know. It wouldn't be as great of a performance without you.
Now. The honor's all yours, Vivi.
Oh, it's almost midnight. I'm going to the washroom.
As soon as Giovanni will leave me alone. How's it going at the bar? Busy as always, but since it's almost time for the countdown, Marie gave me a break. She told me the first person you encounter in the new year sets the tone for the rest of the year. So you want me to be the first person you encounter?
Yep.
Why?
Huh?
I mean, I'm flattered, but you really want an old man like me setting the tone for the rest of the year? How old are you? 25.
That's not old! Are you kidding me?
You're not an old man to me. I'm only 22, you know. Right.
Wait, Cicero? Cicero?
No matter how I look at you, you don't look any older than 15 or 16. Me and Vivi said the same thing.
Hey, you served me alcohol the other day. Even if you thought I was 16? I thought I'd just give you the taste of the adult life or something. Plus, I watered it down.
He stares at me with a little bubble bursting out laughing.
Bartenders, please check your IDs, by the way. If you're not 100% sure.
I still get my ID checked. I don't mind. If anything, that just gives me more for reinforcement. But anyway.
I see. I'm sorry. I thought you were a little mature beyond your years.
I see. So you're 22. Just then, everyone starts cheering behind us. Happy New Year, Giovanni. Just Gio's fine, you know? Everyone else calls me that. I nod slowly.
Oh no! I missed midnight!
Vivi hops onto the stage.
Well now, how about a dance? I'll sing something slow for everyone.
Need me to accompany you?
I can handle this one a cappella. You two dance.
Oh, I don't... Come on, doll. I'll lead. He holds his hand out to me. It takes only half heartbeat to take it.
Sorry I step on your toes, Gio. Hearing me use his nickname, he smiles and leads me onto the dance floor to join everyone else. It's as I dance with him to the sound of Vivi's beautiful voice, I can't help feel but like 2026 is going to be a great year. Got a month until the exam. Oh boy. A couple days later, we're all relaxing at the speakeasy after another busy evening. Food and drinks are on me tonight. I call in some special catering. What's the occasion? No occasion. I just wanted to celebrate business getting better. Don't you think this sort of thing is why you're all operating in the red in the first place? Aw, you don't really have my fun, sweetheart. Don't sound so much like Alex. He hasn't stopped playing for him as is. Would that you actually followed my advice. Alright, enough of that. This is supposed to be a fun little dinner party. Oh, hold on. It's only a few weeks until lessons to your exam, right? How have things been going? I said fun. It's alright, Marie. I think magic's pretty fun. She means when I say that. I'm really sorry for what happened on Christmas Eve, but I've studied a lot more since then. I think I've gotten better. The group stares at me, waiting for me to go on. But strangely, I don't feel a lot of pressure. I glance over at Giovanni for support too. He smiles, encouraging me to keep talking. When you all first told me I was a magician, I didn't know what to think. But then I think magic's really fun. I really like magic. So I want to pass my exam and keep going with all of you. The field of light magic is pretty undeveloped compared to the rest. You have a good chance here to contribute a lot of new things to the field and rediscover old ways. Yeah, I'm so excited for you, Mulan. Thank you. Everyone wishes me luck and then we eat delicious dinner. Marie refuses to tell us how much she paid for it. Thanks for your patronage. Hand the customer a bag of candy and they wave it to me as they leave. The candy store is just the front for the speakeasy, but we do pretty well for ourselves. I'm just about to close up shop for the day when I hear yelling. Believe waste genius! If Alexei is hollering at someone, I bet anything that Gio's involved. I lock the front door and hurry and run downstairs. Alex, stop it! What's going on? I whispered to Vivi, who was watching from a distance. These two argue a lot. Well, Alexei picks fights with Gio a lot, but I never see them actually come to blows. Gio was... You were telling me to stop? You who have been enabling him all this time? Alex, you don't understand. How can I understand such a thing? Alex found Gio injecting himself with some kind of drug in the bathroom. Injecting? You know, using needles. I remember hearing about the government outlawing heroin some years back. I never paid much attention to that sort of thing, but now... Heroin? I don't know. There's sort of a crap energy in the air I never felt before. I wouldn't be surprised if it were like insulin, but heroin's not a far-fetched possibility either. But anyway, like actual sparks flying. Alexa looks like he's about to explode. Explain this to me! I must know. What are you doing with these drugs? Is it heroin? It's not heroin. What is it then? He looks at Marie, who shakes her head, but Jude keeps talking, rambling. It's an inhibiting agent. It weakens my magic ability. I need it. You don't understand what it's like, Alex. I do not understand. Why would someone like you, a magical genius whose speed I can barely reach, need such a thing? Why don't you not talk to me about it? Alex, I can't. I couldn't. You don't know what you're asking of me. If I don't have these drugs, Gio turns his head. I don't know why. Maybe we couldn't bear looking at Alexei in the eye anymore. It was randomly close. But our eyes meet. Unless maybe the friend he's referring to is himself. But instead of dying, he's living like as if he died. Why did I figure this out? But anyway, I watched his eyes widen, his face smooth in horror, and then so fast that I almost missed it. The floor below him opens up. Geo! But the air swallows him up, just like that. He's gone. Everyone spends the next week looking for Geo. At that moment, he used his magic to dig a tunnel that led right outside the building. Where I went from there was anybody's guess. I'm sorry. I promised him I wouldn't tell a soul. He's my oldest friend. I couldn't betray his trust, Rory said. Nobody pushed her. We could all see that she was unhappy too. Are you both ready? Yeah. Well, I don't think we're going to find him. Do not be so negative. It's been a week, Alex. He doesn't want to be found. You don't have to come, you know. Somebody's got to watch you too. I wrap my arms around myself. It's cold outside, but that's not why I'm feeling a chill. We go down an alley that we've been to many times before. Or have we? All these streets are starting to blur together. It looks like there's some charred wood here. Someone has been burning something. It's not a lot of help. Still, I can't imagine many homeless people wanting to be outside in this weather. It's then that I see him huddled in the corner. Geo. Geo! He's been out here. Has he been out here this whole time? He looks so tired. So burned out. His eyes are empty. He looks up when I make eye contact. I see fear on his face again. Geo gets up and stumbles, but almost falling over. I step forward while Emilio and Alexia look on in shock. When was the last time you had something to eat? Come back with us. Stay away. Giovanni, I'll lose control. I haven't had the drug in days. If you come any closer, you'll all be at risk. What are you talking about, Geo? My magic. I can't really control it anymore. It's always been like this, but it's gotten worse and worse. Alex, you didn't understand. You still don't. Without that drug, I can't function. I'm so scared I don't even want to live on. Losing control, it's terrifying. Like nothing else. It's alright now, Geo. Don't worry about that. Just come home. Stay back, Mulan. I don't want to hurt you. Don't want to leave me here. It's what I deserve. I lost whatever dignity I had left. Mulan, you and Emilio are the last people I wanted to see me like this. Hearing his suffocating words, I suddenly had a moment of clarity. I ignore a sputtering, stump up to him, and I reach up and slap him in the face. What? You bear cat! What are you thinking you're doing? Listen to me. Every magician out there, even a newbie like me, knows that magic can be dangerous. We ain't playing games here. There's always been risks. I don't understand. You're right, I don't. But no matter what those risks are, we all care about you. We all want you to be with us. Maybe you can't handle all this alone. So why are you forcing yourself to stay away from the only people who can help you? We don't care about the risks. We'll accept whatever risks we need to. Just come back with us. Faults and dangers and all. You're a part of the Blind Griffin. Geo is completely still. Then, like a puppet whose strings are just cut, he topples over. Alexia has to dive in to catch him, and he and Emilio help support him so he can walk. Hold on, Geo. We got you. You're in such trouble. Always have been. Sorry. I'm sorry. Don't apologize. Be quiet and come back with us. It is not the same without you. Alex. Giovanni hangs his head and cries. They both return to the Blind Griffin together with heavy hearts. It takes a few days for Geo to get back on his feet. He hadn't eaten in days. It's a miracle he survived. I think it's surviving to 7 days without food. I think it's like a week to 10 days without food. But I know water's the more dangerous part. You knew he didn't you? You knew he was using those drugs. I can't tell you. But I think In due time, he'll tell you himself. How are you feeling? Alex. Juan? I'm feeling a lot stronger today. Emilio wanted to come and visit too, but Marie's making him helpful or something. It's alright. I think I still need more time before I can face him. I can't believe he stayed out in the cold for so long. This coming from you? Do not make fun. So I'm assuming Alexi's power is water or ice. Giovanni's earth. I'm guessing Emilio, based on his temper, is probably fire. And we know that Vivi is air. We don't know what Marie specializes in, but I'm leaning, considering what she's talking about, I'm leaning towards dark, actually. So, considering that she's not revealing her specialty, and so that makes Mulan a light witch. Well, a light magician, I mean. We all seem pretty worried, you know. I know. We don't want to push you too hard. If you'd rather we left you alone. No! No, please stay. I think I'm ready to talk. Alexei and I sit down and Gio starts to talk. Gio had shown great magical potential as a child, but his magic got more and more unstable as he got older. My family and mentor were concerned. They were afraid the council was stripping my powers to take me away if they knew just how much trouble I had controlling my magic. To buy some time, they had me use the inhibiting drugs before my exam. I passed, but that was only the beginning of the nightmare. As the years went by, they never got this magic under control. He had to take more and more of the drug. It started affecting him physically. My hands shake a lot even now. That's part of why I wanted to play the saxophone more. Remember problems less obvious. Gio, that friend you were telling me about before, you were talking about yourself? I called it! I called it! I never thought you'd find out, especially not like this. But maybe this is for the best. For long this time, I've been living well, feeling as if I was dead. If I was controlled from once, I thought it'd be the end of me. Now that I stopped running, Giovanni? I know we do not always get along. Part of that is my own fault. I couldn't stand your nonchalant attitude. I envy you, you know? What is there to envy? You can control your powers. You always look straight ahead. You have no idea, do you? Just how much I've chased after your back all through all these years. No, I knew. And I'm sorry. Look, alongside all this envy and resentment, I feel that you are one of my closest friends. The first step to solving a problem is to admit to having one. Please, in the future, talk to us instead of doing such drastic things. That's right. We'll take on danger for you. First, you need to pass your magic exam. Oh, I know that. That's right. I'm just going to get Ralph so I can mentor you. I want my shortcomings to be the cause of your failure. I'm not going to fail. Not when I've had such a great mentor. Hold on. Aw, you're not going to cry again, are you? I just might. Ever since, I thought Giovanni was a nice guy. He's always smiling, always supporting me and help. Ever since I got here, I thought Giovanni was a nice guy. He was always smiling, always supporting me and helping me out. But now I understand. None of those smiles could compare to this one. Open, thankful, and light. Oh, almost exam time. Oh my gosh. Exam time. It's the day of my magic exam. Gio's been looking over my magic one last time since early in the morning. I don't know what I have anything left of the basics to teach you, Mulan. You performed even better than we all expected. I bet Emilio would be really annoyed if he heard that. Two of you are different people. Your powers can't compare to each other. Light magic is a specialty, you know. Seems like you're quite the hothouse flower. A hothouse? What does that mean? It means you bloom only under very special circumstances. You're quite the flower yourself. I'm gonna compliment him. Yeah, because I can't save, so I have to keep going. You're calling me a flower? You call it quite the flower yourself, you know, oh master of the earth. Oh, you're making me blush. Still, I'd feel better if I knew what was going to happen. You've been acting fearless all this time and now you got cold feet? Come on! Considering that, like, your memory could be wiped if you don't pass, of course you're gonna get cold feet. I don't have cold feet. I'm just a little worried, you know? I have nothing to worry about. Just then, the clock chimes. It's noon. Just an hour until my exam. Do you feel ready? I'm as ready as I'll ever be, I suppose. Gio puts his hand on my shoulder and squeezes reassuringly. Come on, chin up, doll. You'll be just fine. Thanks. Thanks for saying that, but you know, for everything. It has been my pleasure. You know? You're the one who inspired me to go for light magic. Really? Even though I'm an earth magic specialist myself? I nod. When I heard you playing the violin, how do I put this? I felt inspired. To me, it was like you were living in a special world of light I couldn't touch. If I learned to use light magic better, I might be able to draw closer to that light. Gio laughed sadly. I wasn't living in the light. If anything, you were. You, Emilio, and Vivi, you guys are the future. Acting like an old man again. Oops, I always seem to be forgetting your age. Still, thanks, Milan. I'm always worried that I'm a good for nothing mentor. But if I could inspire you that much, maybe I'm not so bad. I'm glad I chose you. Much obliged. I bow to him, about to be on my way when he grabs me by the wrist. You know, you've inspired me too. Really? Yeah, I'm going to come clean to the council. About the drugs, but I can't keep running away from mistakes. I need to be honest with them, and then maybe they can help me overcome this problem I have with control. Well, it's true they can't help him if they don't know what's going on in his life. He's a strong magician, and he trained Emilio and now me. I'm sure they'll be lenient. I can't help but worry, but thanks to the vote of confidence. You know, I have a feeling that, like, they might force him to either A, continue with inhibiting drugs that will take out his powers, or B, they'll wipe his memory and take his powers anyway. I don't know, but I feel something tells me that, like, the ending's not going to be good for him with the council, but let's see. Or he killed somebody with his powers accidentally, instead of, like, just hurting them. But anyway. I just felt like I wanted to tell you. I nod slowly, and then he lets me go. I keep those words in my heart. I ended up passing my exam with flying colors. I became an official member of the Coven, and time just flies by. The Grand Council decides to show Gio leniency. Thank God! While any magic-affecting drugs are illegal, he didn't hurt anyone. His intentions were good. Given your history as a mentor with 2 students who passed the magic exam, he decided it would be a waste to distribute your powers. So it looks like you're safe from me. Wait, she specializes in power stripping! No wonder! Anyway, don't jump on with that kind of thing, Marie. You worried everyone you know. I think I'm allowed to make a joke or 2 at your expense. Haha, guess you got a point. Please don't do that again. I'll try. I mean, of course I won't. I will keep an eye on you. Alex, if he steps even 1 toe out of line, I will freeze him where he stands. It doesn't sound like a joke when you say it like that. Said anything about jokes. I was not joking. Mr. Alexi, I really believe he'll make good on what he says. And another thing. Now what? There are strong musicians in Europe who are more experienced with different treatments and methods. Perhaps it would be wise to seek them out if you wish to learn to better control your magic. Another message from the council. You're up, eh? Gio looks over at the stage where Vivi's tapping her toes and humming. I can't go just yet. This place needs me. I can't hide here forever. One of these days you'll have to figure out what you want to do with your life. And Maurice says that. For some reason, Gio turns and makes eye contact with me. And just laughs. All in good time, Marie. Que sera, sera, as they say. I do not think you're using that phrase correctly. Actually, he is. Whatever, it basically, that phrase basically means whatever will be, will be. Haha, you know what I mean. Dang, time flew to 1930. So it's taken like 4 more years to actually go for it. Anyway. Gio was reluctant to go at first. He's always been comfortable with the Blind Griffin, with Marie away from business so often. He was worried about leaving the place behind. You're always worried about us way too much, old man. Just leave this place to me and go, Emilio said before practically pushing him out the door. He couldn't come up with any more excuses after that. Mulan, will you go with me? I had no reason to say no. I took his hand to say goodbye to the others into the life I'd gotten used to. I spent a few years going all over Europe to seek out the other magicians. We settled in Italy for a little while since Giovanni spoke the language. It'll be great we found another coven soon. I'll say quietly on the nights when Gio seemed to be lacking in hope. I took it for granted when I was in San Francisco, but magicians really are rare. Marie and Alexi used to tell stories about whole cities of magicians existed in the past, but that time is so far away from us now. I wonder if there'll ever be that many magicians again. And I never really understood why in this world full of people, we were chosen to have these powers. I don't know why Gio has to have powers that are so hard for him to control and come to peace with. But that's the lot we were given. We just have to do our best to rise to meet it. We finally settled in Paris. We've been for the past year. I found out the coven pretty quickly, but learning enough French to communicate with them was tough. I called Marie to complain, but she just laughed. I'm sure they all speak perfectly English. They're just being difficult. I was too stubborn to quit learning French, though. I think the Parisian coven was pretty impressed that both of us actually learned their language. And now? Oh! That went quickly. But anyway, you're up late, Mulan. I was just thinking about back to how we got here. That and enjoying the view. You still haven't gotten used to it? That'll take me a while. Yeah. It's been a few years already. But people will never be able to tell just by looking at you. I swear, you never age. Like that jealousy? Just a little bit. Don't worry, Gio. I'll still care about you when you're old and gray. That's real generous of you. Gio's control of his magic has gotten a lot better since we've been here. Even in another country, a magician of his caliber is pretty rare. Nobody can use light magic like I can. You talked to Jermaine yet? About the other white specialist? We did, but it turns out their research is even more outdated than what I was working with. I should hurry up and publish a paper already. I'm still not confident by my reading and writing, even though I've studied so much of it by now. Gio knows that. His words are gentle. Hey, Sarah, and all that? Made you become so sassy? Maybe after I started traveling with you? Oh, so am I to blame? What have I done? We both laugh. You smell good. Did you ready to catch a cold dressed like that? I just got out of the bath. Did you properly dry off? I'm not a child, you know, Mulan. Room with me? Well, it is getting late. You know, that's not what I mean, right? I wonder. We both go inside our little apartment and stay close all through the night and morning. Oh, man. Our journey is still only just beginning. L'amour ending. And that's one of multiple endings in The Blind Griffin. Oh my gosh. I didn't expect that, but that was good. I mean, I love how like it talks about like the bright and dark sides of magic. Like, I actually kind of hope that like the Asphodel Quartet does a sequel to this or something, because this is really good. Like maybe like one covering like each of the characters like backstories and depth, how they came to the Blind Griffin in the first place. Because man, the world is fascinating, the music is great, and just they put so much work. They put so much work into this game. I absolutely love it. But yeah, I want to play some, like, I think I might actually play some more to see like what other endings that I come across. But anyway, Asphodel Quartet basically submitted this as part of NaNoWriMo 2015. So NaNoWriMo is very similar to NaNoWriMo in the way that excuse me, in the way that you basically have a month to complete complete the programming story. So games like Romance Detective, I think even Cinderella Phenomenon was actually a NaNoWriMo submission, and then it got refined to the point where I'm playing it now. So games like that can be NaNoWriMo submissions, and I think even like a few games like I think even, if I remember correctly, Doki Doki Literature Club and Night in the Woods were NaNoWriMo submissions or something equivalent to that. So a lot of the games that come out from those competitions, so definitely check those games out. But yeah, I'm gonna end it right here because it's such a good novel. I absolutely am excited to see what else they'll come up with. There are 10 endings to this game, so I'm excited to see what else they're gonna do. But yeah, here's all my social media in case you want to check it out. So as you can see, I changed a little bit, added my Fiverr shop on there as well. So please feel free to check it out. So in terms of other events, the next, I am going to try and get back to the writing. Hopefully my hand will be a lot better. If not, I'm probably going to go with dictation instead. But either way, I'm going to be coming back here tomorrow on Twitch and YouTube. And then I'm going to do a sewing live stream, actually, on Saturday. I'm going to be sewing masks, and then there's this dress pattern that I bought on a whim last year, and I'm thinking of threading up with the muslin that I recently bought from Blue Fabrics that I showed on one live stream. And then there's some special discounts on my Fiverr shop, which is Earth, with commemoration of Earth Day, which you give you like extra Windsor cards for clarification for your reading, and it'll be any size of reading you want. Offer is good until the summer solstice, and it'll also count for my nerdy card reading new offering that we're going to put up pretty soon. It's basically pay what you want, but a minimum has to be $1. I will also take a coffee donation, which that one's for $3, and I will do your reading accordingly, no matter how many cards it takes. And of course, if you mention the code EARTH, I will add some extra stuff there to clarify that. Because I mentioned the code Stara, which I mentioned a few of your streams back, which is good until May Day, which happened May 1st, but I personally will lean towards May 15th, so you have a little bit more time to do it. If you use Ostara, you also get a free additional reading that I'll do at some point. There's also Odun Day's 45th anniversary, which, barring any changes in the quarantine, I will be attending June 14th in Philly. And then there's the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair, which happened more close to the fall, and there'll be discounts to those in costume. So until then, take it easy, you guys. Stay safe. Take it easy. Have some fun. And, of course, may your heart be your guiding key. Don't forget it. Bye.